everybody, welcome back to Kids Bible Story Time. Before we get started, we're going to go over our 7 core values. They are excellence, compassion, relevance, relationships, generosity, power, and service. And now let's worship God with Angel and Amir as they sing about how big God is.
Hey Kids Place, it's me Angel.
And me Amira.
Hey, we're getting ready to worship the Lord. Y'all ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go. My God is big. He's so strong. He's so mighty. My God's plans for me goes beyond my wildest dreams. My God is good, so good to me. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, here we go. My God is big. He's so strong. He's so mighty. My God's plans for me goes beyond my wildest dreams. Let's do that again. My God is good, so good to me. Here we go. Let's sing it with us. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo! Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll say this. There's nothing my God cannot do. Woo! There's nothing my God can. Hey, 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 hey. There's nothing my God cannot do. Come on, come on, come on. There's nothing my God cannot do. Come on, sing it out, say. There's nothing my God cannot do. There's nothing my God can do. There's nothing my God cannot do. If he did it before, yeah, yeah. There's nothing my God cannot do. He'll do it again, yeah. There's nothing my God cannot do. Everybody say yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo, woo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. One more time, say yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Last time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo!
Hi guys, it's Faith, and today I'm going to be reading a story for you guys, and I also have a scripture that comes from Luke chapter 15, verse 31. So, you are always with me, and all that I have is yours. So today's story is called Coming Home, and it is about a father and his 2 sons. Why does Jesus spend time with people who do bad things? The religious leaders wondered. So Jesus told them a story about God's love. This is how it went. A man had 2 sons. The younger son asked for the money he would get when the father died. Heartbroken, the father gave his younger son half of his property. The son moved to a distant country. He wasted all the money. Then a famine came, and he had to feed pigs. He wished he could eat the pigs' food. My father's servants do better than this, he thought. I'll return home and admit that I have sinned against him and God. Maybe he'll make me one of his servants. The son went home. While he was still far away, his father ran to him and hugged him. I'm not worthy to be your son, he told his father. Bring my son my best robe, the father told his servants. Put a ring on his finger. Roast our fattest cow. My boy was lost, and now he's found. The older son was angry when he heard about the celebration. It's not fair, he complained. I work faithfully and get nothing. He wastes your money and gets a party." "All that's mine is yours," the father replied. "Your brother was dead. Now he's alive. He was lost. Now he's found. So what can we do but celebrate?" So that was the story of a father and his two sons. Next week, we will listen to the story called The Donkey and the King. Bye!
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for KidZone.
Hey kids, you know what time it is. It's time for our scripture memory verse. So I need everybody to get on your feet. Now the first time, you're going to watch me. The second time, you're going to repeat after me. And the third time, we're going to do it together. If you got it, say, "I believe in miracles." All right, now this time you're watching me. "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes." Romans 1:16. All right, now this time you're going to repeat after me. "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes." Romans 1:16. Great job, everybody. Now we're going to do it together. "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes." Romans 1:16. Awesome job, you guys. Now keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.
Hello and welcome to Sunday Morning News. I'm your host, John Jacob Jingleheimer Volkswagen, but you can call me Reggie. Today, we are going to be learning the story of how Jesus healed a blind man. It's a great story. The main point for today is the power of Jesus gives sight to the blind. Now, we have some very reliable resources that have found some people who know these stories very well. At least that's what we're told. So we sent our team out into the field to interview these people so that they could tell us this wonderful story. Let's welcome our first guest.
Hey, everybody. You know what time it is. It's time for our scripture memory verse. So I need everybody to get on your feet.
I'm sorry?
The first time, I'm going to say it.
Is this for real? This is really happening? All right. Well, hey, we're glad you're here.
The third time, we're going to say it together.
I'm sorry, memory verse, girl?
If you got it, say, "I love miracles."
Well, great. Are you familiar with the story in the Bible of how Jesus healed a man who was blind with mud?
Absolutely. I know a lot of the Bible.
Great. Would you mind telling us that story?
Well, this week we can learn Romans 6:12.
No. The story of the blind man that Jesus healed.
Therefore, do not let sin reign in your mortal body.
No, it's a great verse. I'm sure it's a great verse. I just need the story.
Did you know that the story of Jesus healing the blind man is the story in the Bible?
Yes, that story.
In John 9:1-11.
That's the one.
I love the Bible.
Great. Whenever you're ready.
Or we could always learn John 17:3.
No, do they not know this story?
Romans 6:5.
Not quite.
2 Corinthians 5:17.
No, I don't need the Bible verse. I just need the story.
I have lots of stories memorized.
Awesome.
We could memorize Revelation 5:10.
I'm sure that's a great verse.
Great job, everyone. Keep working on that story, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, let's check in with one of our other sources here and see if they know the story.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a banana.
You're a banana.
That's cool, right?
Well, why don't you give it a shot?
Yeah, what? I think that story had to do with a boy who his parents told him to eat his fruits and vegetables so he'd grow up to be strong. Then he didn't. And is that the one? I'm really just trying to get across here that it is very important for each and every one of you to reach your daily intake of vitamins
through fruits and vegetables.
Okay, let's check in with one of our other sources here and see if they know the story.
Benny the Bunny here.
I'm sorry, you're a bunny?
That's right. I am a bunny.
But you're talking.
That's right. I'm a talking bunny.
Okay. Do you know the story of Jesus healing the blind man?
Oh, I love that story.
Could you tell us that story?
Oh, me? You want me to tell the story?
That'd be awesome. Thanks so much.
I'd love to tell that story. Long time ago. Way long ago. Okay, I'm talking about like way back. There's this kid, right? And he's born. But he's not born like you and me. This kid is born kind. I'm talking super kind. Like he doesn't have a mean bone in his body.
Does anyone know this story? It's in the Bible. It's a story in the Bible. Do you know it?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Right. Okay, so anyway, this kid grows up, and he ends up just being so kind. Everyone he meets, he's just so nice and so happy to see them. Oh, blessings on you, my friend. Oh, I'm so happy to see you today. So kind, you just can't even imagine. So as this guy got older, he got kinder. Well, more kind. He would go to his neighbor's house and he would take out their trash and he would check their mail and he would mow their lawn. Would he take money for it? Nah. You know why? Because he was so kind. That's why they call it the story of the kind man.
How do you think that story's even in the Bible?
So there you go.
Okay, let's check in with one of our other sources here and see if they know the story.
It's so great to be here.
Wonderful. And what was your name?
Well, my name is Samantha the Storyteller, and I'm here to tell some stories.
Oh, great. Well, stories are exactly what we're wanting to hear today.
I know all kinds of wonderful stories.
In fact, if you could, are you familiar with the story of the blind man that Jesus healed?
Of course I know that story.
Why don't you tell us that one?
Yes, of course. Let me set the scene for you. It was a dark and cold night, and there was a blind man just driving down the road.
You do know they didn't have cars back in the Bible.
Then he looked up and realized that he was actually blind. And so he got out of his car and started walking down the road and realized that he was hungry. So he stopped at a McDonald's.
No, that's a little different than what we were wanting.
I'm pretty sure that's how the story goes.
Here we go. So it said let's see. The story looks like there was some mud. The blind man couldn't see, and there was some mud, and Jesus put mud on his eyes, and he healed him.
You know what? I've actually heard a story about a mud puddle. He loved the rain, but was super scared of the dark. Have you guys heard of that story?
No, we're actually looking for a different story. So, thank you.
Well, see you next time.
That is great.
Bye.
No one really knew that story, did they? Do you guys know that story? I hope you do. If you don't, why don't we take a look at the actual story from the Bible? Let's check it out.
In the Bible, there is a story of a man who couldn't see. He was born blind. One day, Jesus was walking along and saw the man who couldn't see. His disciples asked Jesus if the man was born blind because he sinned or because his parents sinned. They thought the man was blind because he did something wrong, but that wasn't true. This didn't happen because he sinned or because his parents sinned, said Jesus, but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. After saying this, he knelt to the ground, made some mud with his saliva, and put it on the man's eyes. Then he told the man to go wash the mud off of his eyes in a special pool of water, called the Pool of Siloam. So the man went and washed, and when he did what Jesus told him to do, he could see.
Now remember, the main point for today is the power of Jesus gives sight to the blind. So what this is talking about is, yes, God does do miracles and He can heal people who can't see. But it's also talking about our heart before we have Jesus. When we don't have Jesus in our heart, we can't see things the way Jesus wants us to see them. It's as if our heart is blind to the good things of Jesus. So when we ask Jesus into our heart, He opens the eyes of our heart so that we can see Him the way we need to see Him, and we can see other people the way Jesus wants us to see other people. It opens our eyes in our heart so that we can see Him the way we need to see Him, and we can see other people the way Jesus wants us to see other people. What a great Bible story. Well, that's it for us. Tune in next week for another exciting episode on Sunday Morning News. Take care. Bye-bye.